Good morning and welcome to CDT day 148. So this is the campground we're in. There's family size. Everybody's here, so Bambi and Snake Legs are over at the food preparation area. I just visited the throne behind that tree, bathroom, and then everybody else is kind of camped up in here. Maps and Maps and Cliff Jumper. So I was in this spot, but it shows no camping, but it shows it as a camping area. So I just camped under this gigantic tree that offers one of the sweetest canopies. Oh, look at that. All nice and dry, tucked right under here. I've got wind blockage with all these bushes, and I have rain blockage with this beautiful tree. So actually the ground is pretty dry right here, and my tent is also pretty dry. These are my decorations. Hanging out all my stuff to dry. This one I'm the most proud of. Little tree there. Okay, camp packed up. Ankle wrapped. Feeling pretty good. And weather looking vastly better. I'm putting my rain gear on anyways because Murphy's Law applies to me on an almost constant basis. It is Tuesday, September 24th, 1:20 p.m. and I am on the move to camp. That should be about 12 miles away. See a waterfall? There's so many huge ones out here. So it looks like I'm running away from the rain now. I think the mountains out there just hold on to rain as long as they can. Look at that. Look how terrifying that is. Oh, gross. So I gotta get headed this way quick because that looks much nicer. Yeah, at least I'm glad to be headed the right way. St. Mary Lake, just around the corner. You see a little sneak peek. Ooh boy. There she blows, the pretty large St. Mary's Lake. And some pretty amazing mountains as well. Another interesting thing, this rain that's been going on, it's been creating snow at the higher altitudes, higher elevations. So now we got some snow to deal with. Oh man, isn't that just pretty? Here's a better view of those mountains. And right across the way, I don't know if you'll be able to see it. Yeah, just barely. That's the Going to the Sun Road. Probably the most popular road in Glacier National Park. And it's got the most scenic sights, probably the most tourists. Look how insane these mountains are. They're just like spires. You see that right there? It's just like a cone sticking out of the ground. And there's a freaking waterfall coming down from there. And then this monstrosity. How do you explain it? It's just the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. Oh, and the rock. You just can't put into words why it's so beautiful, why humans are allowed or given this ability to find beauty in things when there's no evolutionary advantage to it. It's just a gift, and man, it's just incredible. There's that 10% chance of rain. Chase me around the entire park. I'm having all the luck with the weather right now. I knew there was a reason I like Glacier, not just because of all the mountains, but there's waterfalls everywhere. If you guys know, I love waterfalls, and you guys might also know there are like none on the CDT. I think I captured, what, 2 or 3 while between New Mexico and here, and I've already seen dozens since I've entered this park. Well, we got a little bit of a traffic jam here in Glacier National Park. Got a big bull moose just hanging out on the trail. He doesn't want to move.
Mexican standoff.
Yeah, it's a Mexican standoff. Moose versus 2 hikers and some bear spray just in case. Wow. We backed down the trail to see if he was just looking to get down it, and he started following us, so that tells me he's just trying to use the trail. So we popped off the side into this little forest of tree trunks, because there's no way he could get that massive rack through here. So we're expecting him to just pass on through so we can continue on the trail. You're good. You're fine. Wow. Oh, this day just keeps getting better and better. Glacier National Park, you will forever be my favorite national park. I'm already convinced. Guys, come on. That waterfall, that moose. See how professionally we dealt with him? That's exactly how you gotta do it. Just figure out what the animal wants and let them take care of it. Stay out of their way. But anyways, enough virtue signaling. Come on, guys. Like, this is only supposed to be like a 12-mile day. I'm getting a lot of good stuff in here. This is, wow. Glacier National Park. I'm not even halfway through it, and this is the stuff that I've already seen. This is gonna make for an amazing ending if it stays anywhere close to this. But now, on to camp. A couple miles left. So the waterfall I just showed you, I believe it's called Victoria, but it forms with this water here to form the inlet for the gigantic St. Mary Lake. Look at the color of that water. If you can hear the same, oh Jesus, If you can hear the same rushing sounds that I can, I think we might have another fall on our hands. Oh, we got a beautiful bridge. That water, look at that water. Oh. Those last falls you just saw are called St. Mary's Falls, which makes sense because I believe that is St. Mary Creek, probably river, that goes into St. Mary Lake. So pretty gosh darn cool. Both the colors and the size, just an incredible waterfall. And now I have less than a mile to camp. Woo! Some missing slats, isn't that fun? Alright, finally made it to camp and everybody's here. I got a camp spot with a guy, I actually don't know his name, I just met him. Another person that's hanging out in the park. So he's got a hammock set up right here. See, I'm supposed to be with family size because the rangers put me on his permit for tonight, but he doesn't have a lot of room in his campsite, so this guy offered up a spot for me. So I got most of my camp set up, slightly damp stuff out to dry, everything ready to go. Now I'm just changing pants from rain pants to regular. Oh, look at them white legs. And getting this band off. So this is what I've been having me bandage up on my tendonitis the past going on a week now. So I just have a safety pin holding that together and just holding down the tendon. Mostly right here is where it hurts the most, but have some support up in here because that's where the whole tendon runs. So it's helping out. Today, getting into camp, it was starting to bother me quite a bit, so I'm a little nervous about the next couple days, but it's enough to get me to the border, so I can rest when I finish and get to where I need to go. So anyways, so getting this off, changing pants into my Crocs and into all my dry, warm clothes, and then I'll grab my food, water, bear spray and head over to the communal area where everybody's hanging out, having a fire right now, and maybe have some dinner, you know, hang out, talk and all that before bed. So that's the end of my hiking for the day, so that's cool. While we're on the subject of my hiking day, I can get the stats out of the way. So today was 14.6 miles on trail, but you guys know I did that roughly 2.1 mile cutoff to ford the river instead of take the bridge, just to save some unneeded distance. So I walked about 12.5 miles today, and I did a total of 2,400 feet of climbing. So pretty mellow day in terms of climbing, nothing terrible, especially when you consider yesterday 7,600 feet. Oh my god, there's so much climbing. But yeah, so that's my day today. Tomorrow is also, I believe, going to be in the teens, potentially. It's in the teens, I want to say 17 to 19 to get to Many Glacier, but when I get there, we're going to, at least I haven't talked to them yet, but my plan is to try and see if this campground, like 8 miles further, Granite Campground, is open, because it wasn't open when I last checked, but maybe somebody surrendered their permit and they're canceling, especially if there's like cold weather coming through. So if somebody canceled their permit for Granite, I can go there, and then you know, I'll explain later the big reasons why that helps out. But basically it pushes me ahead like one more campsite for each day. So instead of having to do a 20 in the snow to water to the Canadian border, I can do like a 10 or a 5 or something like that. And I say snow because the snowstorm that a lot of people have noticed is setting to come in around this time is going to be on my last day on trail, pretty sure, on the 27th. So I think it's like the evening of the 26th into the 27th, so I'll probably wake up with 7 inches to a foot of snow in my tent, pack everything up pretty cold and probably damp, and then head to the border and try to celebrate, and then get the hell out of Canada. Somewhere warm, hopefully. But anyways, that's days in the future. So many days. What, 3? 2 or 3? So, anyways, yeah, gonna go hang out with them now. Okie dokie, after a nice fire and hanging out with some friends, it is time for bed. See you all in the morning.